Oh god. What up, y'all? It's the homie Dame, and we're back continuing the Bleach journey. If you didn't watch the first video, you could check it out here to learn about my backstory with Bleach and how I managed to watch every single anime in the world besides this one somehow. At least up to now, because we're well into the show at this point and we've entered the Soul Society arc. I'll cover up to about halfway through the arc in this video around where Ichigo and Rukia reunite, but obviously I'm a bit further along over on Patreon. And hey, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, it's been an interesting series to watch so far. Is it good? Not really. Am I having a good time watching it? Well. Oh, okay. Chill. This is kinda fire. But anyway, I recorded my whole experience, so if you want to see the full-length, uncut reaction, go to Patreon to check it out, but otherwise, let's get into it. So, where are we at, right? What's the summary of events so far? Rukia got dragged back into the ghost zone by her brother Byakuya, and our boy Ichigo and his band of teenage friends have to infiltrate a fortress of armed Shinigami despite gaining their powers like a week ago. Luckily, everyone in Soul Society is an incompetent clown, so it all works out. Number 1, everyone in Soul Society is an incompetent clown. The first thing I guess I want to talk about is the organization of Soul Society, or lack thereof. Now, I hate to give any props to the goofy-ass United States government, but can you imagine 4 teenagers and a cat breaking into the Pentagon or even like a military base without getting turned into Sonny Corleone? Yeah, what is their, they're just gonna dive right into the enemy base? Like, what is their plan? Just like this isn't an infiltration mission because there's no stealth involved here. So what is their, like, just bust in and just hope nobody's there? And just run to, they don't even know where Rukia is, right? I'm gonna say now, if Soul Society has like no response to these intruders busting in with such a dramatic entrance, they not shit, bro. They not shit as an organization. Because even the most, like, bro, even the most poorly organized group, like, let this happen to like an Amazon warehouse, like intruders bust in, like, you know, Jeff Bezos gonna be on their ass. So if they can't handle 5 bum intruders who a few days ago didn't even know they had powers, like, Soul Society ain't shit. Now, granted, it's clear that there's some sort of deeper conspiracy going on within the upper ranks of Soul Society, so maybe that might have something to do with their flaccid response to a literal invasion. Also, it's clear that the higher-ups want to keep the Ryoka a secret, or at least downplay them to, I guess, save face. I just thought it was funny as hell to see all these super powerful captains with legions of Shinigami at their command struggle helplessly against random Japanese teenagers while getting lost in their own base. Do you guys not know the way around your own base? Like, what? Motherfuckers are lost in their own, like, Soul Society location. Like, bro, I feel like I could infiltrate this spot. Oh, nah, Soul Society ain't shit. They really are incompetent. This may be the most incompetent organization I've ever seen in my life. Also, why is everyone in Soul Society such a dick? Bro, Soul Society sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Everybody's an asshole. They need to report this organization to, what is that, what, like the, like, Glassdoor, that website that, like, rates companies? I don't know, this made watching these episodes so much more enjoyable because it's like a comedy seeing how terrible Soul Society is as an organization. It was like watching The Office or something. It's so good. And actually, with regards to everybody in Soul Society being an asshole, somebody on my Patreon commented on that. These people aren't scum when they are helping souls pass on. This is basically like, damn, I'm not on the clock. Let me be a degenerate because I can. And that made me crack up because the thought of these bum-ass Shinigami having to hold in their douchiness while helping souls cross over, like a cashier being forced to smile for their customer, is just the best thing ever. But yeah, seeing the inner workings of Soul Society was a big part of this half of the arc, and I had a good time poking fun at it. What can I say? I do enjoy the world building though, and it kind of makes me curious about the spin-off, Burn the Witch. I did know about this series before watching Bleach, but all I knew was that it was like the white people version of Soul Society, so I don't know. Maybe I'll check it out after I'm done with this. Number 2. Oh, Captain, my Captain. Actually, the real best part of me in this stretch of episodes was getting to meet all of the dope captains and all their lieutenants. As of where I'm at in the series, we got to meet a whole bunch of lovable characters, such as Bell Hair Man and his lieutenant, Mini Sakura. This lady, who's strangling herself with her own hair. Robot Man and his lieutenant, Mai from Avatar, the most Korean-looking man ever, and his lieutenant, the best side character so far, the most Japanese-looking man ever, and his lieutenant, Sarada Uchiha, and finally, Killua from Hunter x Hunter, and his lieutenant, Rule 34 lady. Obviously, there are much more than this, but these are the ones that stood out to me. And hey, they may all be a bunch of jerks, but you gotta admit that they look cool. If there's one thing Kubo-sensei is good at, it's making eye-catching character designs. I mean, you gotta be a 200 IQ master of writing fiction to come up with a character that puts bells in his hair to hinder his fighting. I wish when he cut him, those stupid little bells on his hair started jingling. It's like a damage indicator, like when Sonic gets hit and loses, it's like ding, 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 like, oh hell no. So obviously Kenpachi is the captain we see the most of in this stretch of episodes because of the big fight he has with Ichigo that we'll get into a little bit later. But me personally, I'm excited to see all of the captains in action and their lieutenants too. As for the other bums in their divisions, not so much. Number 3. Who are these people, and why do they keep following Ichigo around? So another big part of this half of the Soul Society arc is the introduction of some new characters who join Ichigo's band of buddies. We got this dude Ganju and this dude Hanataro. And well, how do I put this nicely? I don't like either of them. Damn, I guess that's it, y'all. I guess that's it. I guess Ichigo failed, y'all. It's the end of the show. Oh, Ichigo's okay. He's fine. He's fine. I thought he died, bro. I thought the show was over. I thought this dude was gonna be the main character from now on. Oh my god, what a nightmare. Can you imagine? What is his name? Garu or whatever? Yeah, Garu, I think. Oh no. I have to watch 300 episodes of Bleach starring Garu. Oh god. As for Ganju, I guess Kubo wanted to have like a silly slapstick side character to tag along with Ichigo, which, I mean, it'd be nice if Chad, Orihime, or Ishida tagged along instead of them all getting separated right at the beginning, but hey, I'm not the one writing this stuff. But I got my answer as to why they had Ganju tagging along when it was revealed that Rukia was the one who killed his brother in what was one of the best moments of the show so far for me. Wait, what? Oh, that was a thing that... I'm trying to remember when they said... So he had an older sister and... Oh, right, because that's the whole... Yeah, his whole thing is that he hates Soul Reapers. Oh, yeah, of course. Okay, wow, really? So Rukia was the one? Obviously, there's more to it than that, but... Oh, that's a nice way to bring everything full circle. Okay, Bleach. Okay. Nice way to bring it all back. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. Dang, Rukia catching bodies, bro. She a thug. I thought this was a great way to add some more emotional stakes to Rukia's rescue, as well as bringing up some questions morality-wise. Like, are the Shinigami just a bunch of corrupt, incompetent ghost cops, like I've been saying? Now, as of when I'm recording this video, this plot thread hasn't been resolved yet, but let's be honest, it's safe to assume that there's more to the story than just Rukia straight up murdering someone. Which, side note, isn't it just so shitty that you can die in the real world, be reincarnated into Soul Society, then live in a bum-ass house only to violently die again? Okay, let me stop that. We're already done with the section where I make fun of Soul Society. But yeah, all jokes aside, Ganju turned out to be a pretty cool character. He was already pretty commendable for being out here putting his life on the line when he doesn't really have a horse in the race. But once his connection to Rukia was revealed, it only made it more of a W to have him still help out Ichigo. Now, as for Hanataro, I mean... he's cool, I guess. I really didn't have that much of an opinion on him, to be honest. But I will say, it is clutch to have a healer on the team, especially since Orihime is off doing who knows what with Ishida. I'm just saying, you gotta watch your girl, Ichigo. If you watch the full reactions, you'll see me bagging on the characters over and over, but really, they're not that bad or anything. They're just very whatever and forgettable. Like I said, I'm probably further ahead on Patreon, but from their first appearances, I could already tell, like, we'll be barely seeing these characters after this arc, if we see them at all. I know I haven't watched the show up until now, but Bleach has been around for like, what, 20 plus years, and as someone who has been deep in the anime community that whole time, I've never once heard anyone say their favorite Bleach character is Ganju. Number 4. Me like shonen anime. Me like fighting. Let's talk about some of these fights, because that's the big shining star of this arc, right? This is what we're here for. This is why you bought your ticket at the booth, right? Oh god. Saying that made me think about if there are Bleach movies. I'm sure there are. I'd be shocked if there weren't any. I just want to know if there's a Bleach movie equivalent to Naruto Ninja Clash in the Land of Snow. You know, that exciting blockbuster classic. Anyway, we're getting to see the real potential of Bleach fights here, because before now, the action sequences in this show were like, okay at best. But now we get some real good one-on-one fights, and you know, that's where these battle shonens really shine, right? This is what gets the crowd up out of their seats. No, but for real though, the big two standout fights of this section of the arc are of course Ichigo versus Renji and Ichigo versus Kenpachi Zaraki. There are some other fights and skirmishes that Orihime, Ishida, and Chad get themselves into, but we'll focus on the big stuff for now. Unless y'all are really dying to hear my opinion on Ganju versus Peacock Man. Oh. That's the real shit, bro. Chad and Ichigo. That's the real... Okay, here come the music. Local orange man, too angry to die. You good, though. You've been stabbed, like, how many times before? Oh, wow. That looked like a Chinese meat cleaver, bro. He about to cut up some Peking duck with that, bro. You've taken worse hits than that. You good. If you don't get your ass up, Ichigo. From what I'm gathering from the few episodes I've seen of this show, the fights are centered around swordplay, right? Everyone's got their little sword, their little Zanpakuto or whatever, and they all just go to work on each other. But it's less like Star Wars sword fighting choreography and more like the Princess Bride sword fighting choreography. You know, where they swing around at each other, then pause to talk for a little bit.
You're using Bonetti's defense against me, huh? I thought it fitting, considering the rocky terrain. Naturally. You must expect me to attack with Capafero. Naturally. But I find that Tibble cancels out Capafero. Don't you?
But there's also like magic stuff going on, because you got people doing big sword slashes, people with weird shaped swords, Ishida got his laser arrows, whatever. It's all great. And again, this is just what I can see from the small amount of fights I've seen so far. Because before this, it was all just Ichigo versus a hollow, and now we're getting these more classic shonen 1v1s. Me personally, my favorite fight so far in the Soul Society arc is, let's see. Oh, it's not even a fight that takes place during the arc. It's like a 5-second flashback to Ichigo training with Urahara. Oh, okay. This looks cooler than the fight that's going on right now. Hold on. I want to see the rest of this. I don't even want to see him fight Renji no more. Yeah, that was my favorite fight. But they were all pretty good though. In general though, I think Bleach fights are exciting in this case because they follow a good model for why fights in any show of any genre are good, at least for me. And that's the fact that the best fights are less about the actual punching and slashing and more about a clash of ideals. Ichigo fighting Kenpachi was cool because the real interesting stuff was Ichigo getting to know Zangetsu better and then contrasting that with Kenpachi not even knowing his weapon's name. And then of course you have Renji versus Ichigo, where, you know, it's cool and all that Ichigo gets a cool sword blast and people get bloodied up and it's like, oh my god, how exciting. But the fight is really about who has the resolve to save Rukia, right? Come to think of it, it's truly the most Asian thing ever. Two dudes brutally killing each other over some random lady. The K-dramas and our ancestors would be proud. Number 5. The Yoruichi appreciation segment. Alright y'all, let me do a quick exposition drop in case you haven't been following along with the story so far. Many months ago, I did a video where I ranked a bunch of Bleach characters without having seen the show. But some of the characters I had already seen through osmosis of being in the anime community for decades. One of those characters was Yoruichi, who I knew from well. So she was one of, if not my most anticipated character that I wanted to see when going into this show. And bro, the fact that she was the cat the whole time was like the biggest anime twist to happen to me in years. Wait. Wait. She's the cat lady? Or huh? This was my most anticipated character watching this show, and that's kind of fire. She was right before my eyes the whole time. Because I don't know if y'all remember when I heard the name, because I don't remember what the fuck her name was when I did that character thing. I just knew her as the sexy cat lady, and I was like, because they said the cat's name Yoriichi when he first like showed up or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that seems kind of familiar. Well, whatever. Little did I know, y'all, this is the craziest twist of all time. This is crazier than like Darth Vader, like, no, I am your father. This is, bro. I don't know, man. It's a small moment in the grand scheme of things, but I swear this blew my mind on the level of like some Oshinoko shit or something. What's crazy is she hasn't even done anything yet as far as I know. She just hops onto the bridge to stop Byakuya, and that's the episode where I stopped watching to make this video. So for all I know, she could be the wackest character of all time, but hey, I'm just excited that she's finally here. It's like a little kid going to see The Dark Knight Rises in theaters back in 2012 just to see Batman. And when he finally does show up like an hour into the movie, they just go absolutely through the roof with excitement. Yeah, that was me. Except with this naked lady. But yeah, y'all, it was this moment and the reveal of Rukia and Ganju that were some of my highlights for this batch of episodes. And man, it's all really fun stuff. I'm enjoying it. Number 6, miscellaneous thoughts and reactions. So for one of the episodes, I think it was 24, I accidentally put on the English dub, you know, when I was using the totally legitimate streaming site that I always use. And I figured, why not stick with it for just an episode? Famous last words. Gotta get back on that Bleach grind, y'all. I know 1,000-Year Blood Wars come back in what, June, July, something? I don't know. I don't know if I'll be caught up by then. Probably not, but.
What is that thing?
Oh, nah. Not Johnny Young Bosch. Actually, should I just watch one episode in the dub? You know what? Let me just watch one episode in the dub just to see what it's like. Sorry, y'all, if you can't stand the dub.
Fireworks?
That's right. Koganahiko! Shiroganahiko! Raise it up now!
I'm done. I can't watch this. I can't watch this. You see, I'm sure this would sound fine if I listened to it as the dub from the beginning, but it's always the worst switching from sub to dub, or vice versa, dub to sub. Because it's like you get used to a certain voice. I don't know, man. Shout out to Johnny Young Bosch. I'm sure everybody knows he played Ichigo in the English dub. Even if you're someone like me who hasn't seen the show, I'm pretty sure that's like one of his most famous roles. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stick to the original Japanese. Also, this is something that's probably only funny for me, but why did Rukia just not age at all? Dang, young Rukia. She literally looks the same. That's funny as hell, bro. Rukia did not age, bro. She looks the same, bro. Yo, I don't know why that's so funny to me that Rukia literally did not change. I just think it's funny how everybody else got slapped in the face with puberty and Rukia has just always looked 12 her entire life. Let's see, what else? I guess I'm looking forward to Ichigo fighting Byakuya. That should be pretty hype, right? It'll be peak fiction, as the kids say these days, isn't that right? I'm curious about what happens with the Korean man, too. He died in like the most unceremonious way. Like I mentioned earlier, it's clear that there's some sort of conspiracy or corruption going on in the upper ranks of Soul Society, and I guess Korean man getting assassinated is gonna be the catalyst for a bunch of crazy shit going on in the future. And I don't know, I'm excited to see it. Let's see, anything else I want to say? Well, I don't know. I'm like, what, 40 episodes in, and I'm having a really good time watching so far. I think I like it better than early One Piece, but I still think early Naruto was better for me, considering 40 episodes in Naruto, we were already at the Chunin exam mark, if I remember correctly. But hey, none of that matters. Comparisons like that are pointless to make. What's important is that I like Bleach a lot so far. The show kind of sucks, but who cares? It's fun enough, and I can't wait to watch more. Actually, I'll probably get right back to watching after I edit this. But yeah, like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, because we will be continuing this Bleach journey until I'm all caught up. And again, if you want to watch the full-length, uncut reactions and see all this stuff before I talk about it on YouTube, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Otherwise, that's the video. Peace. Oh yeah, new OP. New OP? Oh my god. This song's okay. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay. Again, I don't remember if I liked it or not back when I reviewed the OPs way back then, but now it's just okay. I think it grew on me over time, but yeah, hopefully OP3 is a bit better.